Hi, Dad. How are you today?
Well, it's been a long weekend of basketball, both the women's and the men's basketball, NCAA finals. March Madness is here. But you know what? We were able to enjoy last night a wonderful Hallmark that reminded us of family, fine food, love, and the wonderful people who have given their life for foster homes for children without parents. It was a wonderful Hallmark, and it sort of capped the whole weekend.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
I couldn't agree more. I wasn't sure really what to think when I saw that Hallmark was doing another kind of series similar to our Wedding Veil series.
Yes.
And this one was called The Hearts Around the Table.
And if you remember, the Wedding Veil series was greatly accepted. It was a wonderful series of shows by Hallmark.
Yeah.
And I think that they have gotten onto something with another series.
Yeah. So we weren't really sure what this was about. And so this one called Jenna's First Love introduced us to this family, which was a family of choice.
Yes.
And I loved the idea of Angie, who we found out was this foster mom who brought together all of these children
All of her children, yes.
decades.
And every Sunday evening.
Every Sunday evening, they have this family dinner.
Yes.
But each week, for the next 4 weeks, including this week, so the next 3 weeks,
Yes.
we're going to feature one of the children's stories.
And what's interesting is that Angie, who is the foster mom, is Mindy Cohn.
Yeah, well,
Tell us about Mindy.
So we were watching, and she looks so familiar. And in the middle of the movie, I got
Yes,
it.
you knew who she was.
I remembered who she was. I go, she's from The Facts of Life. I go,
Yes.
that is Natalie. And you and Mom
That's
were like,
right.
I don't know. I go, no, it is. It is
She
Natalie.
played Natalie Green
Yes.
in Facts of Life for its entirety.
Yeah, 1978 to 1988. So
Yeah.
anybody who's in my generation would have known The Facts of Life. And we
Right.
grew up watching her on The Facts of Life, on Different Strokes. And
She was in Jump Street.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a fabulous actress.
Yeah.
And we've watched her age, so to speak, into this wonderful actress
Yeah.
that is featured on Hallmark series.
Yeah, and I'm so excited to see her. She's actually, when I was reading a little bit about her, she's actually in a new Apple Plus series called Palm Royal, which I haven't seen yet, but it sounds like it's a comedy because Kristen Wiig is in it, and Laura Dern and Carol Burnett.
Oh, and she
Those
was
are some
wonderful.
wonderful
But
actresses.
how did you like the main actor and actor?
So Jenna is played by Ashley Newbrough, and she has been in several Hallmark movies, and we've liked her in most of those movies because she was in the Glacier movie, and she's been in great movies.
She's wonderful, and she was a child actress, and she is playing this part so beautifully. But of course, it's a rom-com, and she does great in these particular roles, and we enjoyed it.
Yes, she was on Privileged on the CW, if anybody remembers. She was on Degrassi High, so she's been in quite a few things, if anybody has followed her.
And Steve Lund.
So Steve Lund played Andrew, her first high school love, and the story in this movie is not new to Hallmark, but I loved the story of this, how they rekindled it.
Yes.
And Steve Lund plays Andrew, and he's on CW's Reign. He also was in Schitt's Creek, which we loved watching with Eugene Levy and his son. Yes. The whole family was in there. And he's been in several Hallmark movies too. So this cast was phenomenal. And also the rest of the kids that were around the Hearts table, or Angie calls them her hearts, which I love, were great. So we have we'll be introduced to the rest of the characters in the next movie.
Right, as the series
goes on, and they were all phenomenal. So I'm excited to see the rest of
Well,
these.
what was so wonderful is that with a weekend of emotions, with the basketball and the tournaments going on, we were able to relax and enjoy family.
Yeah.
We had this rekindling of a love, which is quite common, and a lot of people have had their loves rekindled, and we were able to enjoy some really fine actors and actresses brought to us by Hallmark, which I think is just a wonderful way of enjoying a weekend, sort of a cap to our weekend.
And this one I really loved because they touched upon, not only was this rekindled in doing a charity event around a charity that benefited homes and supporting families in need, but also how the older kids from Angie's home were able to support one of her new foster children who were struggling. And I loved seeing the generations help a child that was struggling.
I think that's what's so wonderful about Hallmark, is it's able to bring the finest parts of life for us to enjoy, sort of an interlude to a very wild weekend of basketball and an interlude to all the political things that we hear. We're able to sit back and relax and see that family love is still a very common part of our life.
And in the show, they emphasize, like, this character was being asked to do things on Sunday and have meetings, and she was able to put her family dinner
was first, yes,
before work, of course, and all different things. And when she was at a work thing and her foster brother of sorts went missing, she stopped what she was doing to go find him. All these things, how important we have to put our loved ones. It was a
wonderful Hallmark presentation.
Loved it. I really am excited for the next one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, so next week is the second Hearts Around the Table. This one features Sherry, which is one of the sisters, and it's Sherry's second act. So we are going and exploring Sherry's life, and it seems like we found out Sherry is an artist. So we found that out here, that she does water paintings or paintings. And so we find out that Sherry is going through a divorce, it sounds like, and we're going to see what her second act is about.
That should be very interesting. Remember, Jordana said that she is a sister. These are foster family members who have developed this close brother-sister-like relationship because of the warmth that Mindy Cohn's character brings to Hallmark.
I love that they're all on that text message, and so when they're texting, they're all intervening and giving their opinions and matters about the love and the life, and I love that. And so next week is Sherry's second act. The week after that, we're going to find out about Josh's love story and his story.
He's another one of
Angie's hearts, she calls them. And then the last one's about Kiki. So the only one, because Rory is the younger one. He's still in high school, where he's not featured, but I imagine he plays a key role, like Angie does in each of these stories.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, loved it.
We were looking forward again to next weekend.
Yeah.
We have Hallmark, and we have the conclusion of March Madness. And do you know that our teams are still in?
They're still alive. Yes. Both. We have Florida for men's,
the Gators,
and we have UConn for women's. And I think they're both alive.
But did you watch the men's Florida UConn game today?
Yeah, it was close.
Oh, that was a real nail biter, and we almost didn't make the final cut of the final 16.
So we'll see how we do next week if we're still alive in both of those games. But this I believe is a must see. If you didn't watch it live, stream it so you can keep up with all four of them.
I think that this will warm your heart, make you feel very comfortable, and bring back fond memories of your youth, your family, and food.
I love the different foods that they brought up, but also open up the idea, I think, to fostering or to adoption and how those are possibilities for families.
Well, God bless those people who bring children with no families into their home and also to think about their children accepting these youngsters as brothers and sisters.
Yeah, because I love the stories they shared and how growing into that was. And so we did hear a lot about how Jenna's story was. And so that you'll hear that wonderful stories. So
Perfect.
Enjoy
Absolutely.
wonderful Hallmark movie
And
this week.
until next week, Jordan and I wish for you to have a wonderful week, to be healthy, and watch out for your family and your loved ones. And we love talking to you every week. It's the joy of the week.
Absolutely.
Goodbye,
Have a great one,
everybody.
everybody. Bye-bye.